especially this time of year.
Every job has its pressures. Ours just happened to be barometric. Weather Center AM, this morning and every morning.
In the next half hour, Weather Center PM, a comprehensive national forecast. At 40 after, Weather Center PM continues with highway and air travel conditions. Then the weekend outlook. And at 50 after, Storm Watch. But right now, it's your local forecast on the Weather Channel.
I'm Paul Emick at the Weather Channel. It's time to have a look at the active weather of the night. Things are very active in portions of Missouri and on into Illinois. Now in Franklin County, Illinois, we have a tornado warning in effect until 12:45 Central Time. We'll look at this momentarily. Time now for the Pacific update. A little snow flying here in portions of the west, a little bit. Also along the coastline itself, a few showers are still popping up, kind of messing things up tonight. You can see more action moving in, too. We're dealing with a ridge and a trough that's hanging out here. More moisture coming in, you bet. We're going to continue to see little bits of energy, little disturbances flying into the coast to keep us wet here for a while. Tonight around Reno, probably seeing a few showers in there. Around San Francisco, a little bit wet. Of course, probably here get a little snowfall, too. Some high elevations could get quite a bit. Even close to San Francisco, not far away, about 1,500 feet, the snow level will be coming down. So it's a pretty wild time here with all this wet weather. Showery around the bay tonight around Fisherman's Wharf outside. You'll need the umbrella to get outside even around L.A. as well. Here's a close-up look on toward Concord. Yeah, some showers coming in. Right now, Sacramento looking pretty dry. They're driving 80. Looks like you're pretty dry. But expect more showers here. Dropping further south around L.A. Occasionally some sprinkles here around town. If you're out for the night, just look out. May see some showers. Not that big of a deal. Pacific Northwest, things are actually pretty quiet by comparison. Might see a little light rain, though, around Tillamook. How do we fare for the day? Around Portland, 47. Same for Seattle. San Francisco, getting close to 60. Now, we didn't get that warm in L.A. We had record-setting heat around Boston, though. Big difference was here we had the clouds. We also had the trough, and the cooler weather settled in. And we kept the clouds and the wet weather, so we didn't really warm things up a lot. L.A. around Torrance or Riverside, or San Diego, National City, just didn't kick up the heat. Same for Phoenix. Tonight, things aren't cooling off too fast because of the clouds and the moisture in place. We're not going to cool it off too fast. 63 to Phoenix around Glendale, Tempe. 40 toward Portland. 44 for Denver. Not mile-high warmth. Looking here, 25 degrees to Stampede Pass. Also in Stockton, 46. Sacramento, 46 as well. 59 in Long Beach and 57 for Ontario and Palm Springs in the desert. Nothing reported as far as quakes go into southern portions of California. In the northern parts of California, though, a number, including a 2.4 north-northeast of Bernie, 2.2, 14 miles southwest of New Idria, or Idria, I believe. 2.1 around Bernie again. A bunch around Bernie, the highest one being a 3.6. Nothing reported for Washington or Oregon, but into Alaska, a number including 2.2, 2.6 around Kantishna, two of those there, and a 2.6 that was close to just east-northeast of Pedro Bay. It's a fairly active day into Alaska as well. Here's the actual forecast. There's a bit of low pressure and no big hurry to leave. Behind it, cooler, drier air settling in and more moisture kicking along. So we're going to keep it wet here on the west coast. San Francisco, wouldn't rule out the chance of a thunderstorm during our day. Even L.A., San Diego, wet, and wet toward Phoenix, too. Let's break it down. Starting up showery in Long Beach and Civic Center. Not a good day to be on the Santa Monica Pier. I mean, you can be there, but you're going to see the wet stuff. Imperial Beach looking showery, too. 44 around Sacramento, or San Francisco, rather. As we start up our day, we'll keep it pretty wet. Again, maybe a chance of a storm, too. Toward Tahoe Valley, some snow there. Showery to start it off around Portland, and even might wind up a little better day here. Might see the showery staying south of here, like around Medford, but not bad for Portland or Seattle. Kind of a showery pattern has been around. Here's a look at the west coast. Here's the big mess in the middle. Low pressure still cranking along here. We have the front. That's the lift. We have the moisture, a moisture-rich atmosphere here. And the instability. Moisture, lift, instability, three main ingredients to kick off the big storms. Ahead of the front into portions of Illinois again, into Franklin County. Tornado expected to move around Aiken here in the next moment or two. Doppler indicated a tornado just a little while ago about 10 miles north of Marion, around West Frankfort, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. Again, pretty stormy spot here. We have a number of watches still in effect into portions of Missouri, including in the Boot Heel. A tornado watch in effect into West Kentucky, including the LBL area on toward Evansville, Owensboro, and around Henderson. Severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Tonight's still quite stormy. More wet weather kicking in here. We're dealing with wet weather and a big area of low pressure still continuing to swirl around here. Here's how we look at overnight low temperatures. This mess maker is moving on in a hurry. As it lifts northward, we'll kind of not let it get too much additional moisture, so don't expect this to be a big continuous heavy drenching rain maker. Still could see some heavy rain though, and a lot of warmth here across the eastern U.S. Travel-wise comes next.
with a psychic who specializes in your birth sign with a free psychic reading. Hi, caller. Name and birthday, please.
Barbara, January 25th.
Aquarius is my specialty. Didn't you just get a promotion?
Yes, how could you know that?
You're afraid you can't handle it. But don't worry. You're going to shine.
Thanks, I was worried.
Cancer, beware. A hot new love interest will not be what it seems.
Speak with a psychic who specializes in your sign with a free psychic reading.
I'm Sherry, born September 13th.
My specialty is Virgo. Sherry, you just met someone new.
Yes, our first date is tomorrow.
Wear your best outfit. It will be a special night.
Carol, December 11th.
Your Sagittarius honesty got you in trouble. You need to kiss and make up.
I almost apologized last night. Thanks.
You'll get the most accurate reading from a psychic who specializes in your sign with a free psychic reading.
Call 1-800-478-34.
a good Saturday morning. Thanks for tuning in to the Weather Channel. Will Annan along with Rick Griffin. We're going to talk about some record warmth, a big cool down in the western part of the country, and severe weather already beginning to pop up this morning in parts of the Midwest and the Ohio Valley.
We have severe storms in Illinois and Indiana this morning. Fortunately, that system is weakening while the one in the west is strengthening. It's a very much of a winter-like system in the west with very low snow levels and almost summer-like warmth in the east. Let's check it out. This is from yesterday, but today you're going to have similar readings in this area, like Harrisburg at 85. I don't think we're going to see 85 in Harrisburg today, but it will be very close. It'll feel like early summer, May weather anyway. 84 in Newark. On down the list, you can see the records in Atlantic City and Cleveland. It's 68 degrees in Cleveland right now. That's almost 20 degrees above the normal high temperature for the day here early in the morning, just before the sun comes up. 77 Mansfield, Milton, Massachusetts in the record books. Northeast, Great Lakes, Mid-Atlantic, far above average. These are average readings compared to normal for a high temperature yesterday, 30 degrees above average in New York City. In the west, readings below average west of the Rockies, particularly in southern Nevada and southern sections of Arizona. Massive winter-like storm coming into the west. We'll talk more about that in a second. Meanwhile, we've got a disturbance moving through the upper Mississippi Valley, weakening as it does, but still got enough punch left to provide some thunderstorms in Indiana, where we have a number of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right along the cold front, which stretches from Fort Wayne to Indianapolis. Low pressure center now east central Minnesota, and a stationary front across Maine is kicking up some rain this morning in northern Maine from Millinocket to Caribou to Holton. And it is rain. Temperatures are in the 30s and low 40s in the northern tip of Maine this morning. That is definitely the coolest location in the Northeast, as I'll show you in just a minute. No worries of snow or ice on the highways along the I-95 corridor. Boston, you're dry. New York City to Buffalo to Pittsburgh, Binghamton, Gettysburg, and York, Pennsylvania in between. High cloudiness overhead, but not the type of cloud cover to produce any significant precipitation at all. All right, let's go from the infrared satellite picture to current temperatures. Not readings from yesterday afternoon, of course, current readings. 60 in Boston, 65 in New York City, 63 in Erie, Pennsylvania. Look at Pittsburgh, very balmy this morning as it is in D.C. and even Burlington, Vermont, where the normal high is about 44. Right now, 59 degrees, 50 in Bangor, cool air. There in Caribou, you're just north of that front with some light rain, 39 degrees. It's 70 in Brownsville, 68 in Little Rock, 58 in Atlanta, almost 10 degrees cooler than it is in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania right now. High pressure off the eastern seaboard, pumping in the warm air, as you can see. Moderately moist conditions, very little cloud cover in the south, but as we head north and that moist air interacts with the front and low pressure system, we have some rain shower activity from Houghton Lake, Kalamazoo, Chicago. You've got some storms approaching you from the southwest. So it's rather quiet right now weather-wise in the Windy City, but within the next hour to two, expect the rain to begin and some heavy downpours are likely in the Windy City early this morning. We'll keep you up to date on that. Once again, some thunderstorm activity in Indiana, and particularly back here in Illinois. Let me read you a couple of the warnings. Central Illinois now until 5 a.m. Central Time. That's about for the next 25 minutes. Let's see. We have some locations in Shelby County, Shelbyville, Tower Hill, and Findlay. The warning again is for Shelby County in central sections of Indiana. Illinois, I should say. In Indiana, we have warnings in Fayette and Wayne counties, and in Kentucky, Orange, and south central Indiana counties. These areas still covered by a portion of the tornado watch this morning until 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Weather settles down now in Kansas City. Some light rain still for Storm Lake and Mason City, Iowa. It's in the 40s for you, 50s in Chicago. A very warm March morning in St. Louis, 34 Rapid City. Out west, we've got snow in Salt Lake and partly cloudy skies with some rain showers in Phoenix. You can see the storm developing in the west. Let's go to radar right now. California's wet, snow up in the mountains, Blue Canyon, Tahoe Valley, Winnemucca, Nevada, light snow in Salt Lake City. And as we go back to Los Angeles, we can see the steady rains moving in. But if you're traveling to the mountains, this is a cold system. Expect snow from about 2,000 feet on up. Let's check the forecast. Here's Will.
Okay, once again, Rick, we'll talk about our eastern storm beginning to weaken considerably during the course of the day. The strong southwesterly winds will still hang around, which could mean some more record highs all the way from New England, all the way back into the southeastern corner of the country. This is going to be our next storm that we're going to have to concentrate on, bringing heavy snow to Salt Lake City, Utah. It looks like for Denver, nothing today, that is for sure. You're going to be close to 60 to 65 degrees again today. Most of the moisture to your west and to your north. And again, you can see throughout much of the deep south, from Texas to the Carolinas, it is going to be dry. Dallas, Shreveport, Jackson to Atlanta, and much of the Sunshine State should be looking at some delightful weather for the upcoming day. Chances of rain and snow really on the increase now throughout the west and also the southwest. It's going to be this quarter right in through here that could be looking at severe thunderstorms popping up as the air mass begins to destabilize a little bit later on this afternoon. But in Boston today, we're projecting 80 degrees, 83 in Philadelphia, Washington 82. Check on the Windy City, 75 degrees, not bad for this time of the year. Atlanta should be around 80 degrees, Memphis 80 degrees, and take a look at the western part of the country. Things going downhill for sure, looking at more rain invading Southern California. The big news again will be heavier snow around Salt Lake City, Utah. That's going to be a big factor there, but Denver 60 degrees, not looking bad at all.
No severe thunderstorm warnings in Kentucky. It's in Indiana, northern Orange County. So the latest on the warnings for you and much more coming up on TravelWise after this.
Looking for luxury? Take the alternate route. I'm the Millennia by Mazda. Let's go for a drive. We'll drive a road less traveled, where the scenery's on the inside, and the only sound is your soundtrack. I'll hug the curves away. I'll fly over the rough spots. I'm one luxury car that won't get lost in traffic. Let's go for a drive.
Visit your Mazda dealer and lease the Millennia for just $349 a month.
Thank you for calling the Scudder Funds.
Hi, my name's Eleanor Whitman. How may I help you?
Would it be possible for me to speak to Louis, please? I was speaking to him this morning about the Roth IRA, and he just was incredibly helpful.
Well, yes, there's a lot to consider with the Roth